We come into the second leg against Everton in not the best of form, but with a 3-1 lead. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020, where we are being a hometown hero. We are, well, hometown legend is now what we can call ourselves. We are Folkestone Invicta legend. We are going into the Carabao Cup semi-final, hoping to reach our first major national competition final, and we have a 3-1 lead to take away to Everton. A very good performance, but as I said in the intro, form hasn't been the best. That was where we were together last. We drew 0-0 with Bournemouth. Leicester we beat 2-1. We then lost 3-0 to Arsenal, which sort of sent our form off a cliff. 0-0 against Blackburn. We lost 2-0 to Norwich, where it was all going really well until Bunga got sent off. And then today we have the semi-final and an away game at West Ham to see how it goes. Premier League-wise, 13th in the table. We've played a game extra than West Ham and Wolves. West Ham can leapfrog us if they win their game in hand. We have a game in hand on Bournemouth, who have got 16 points. So we are still 12 points ahead of the relegation spots with a game in hand. So it's looking pretty safe. It's been pretty consistent around this sort of bottom half to third of the Premier League table. And I'm happy with that. Safety is all we needed. That's all we wanted to do. It's going very well. One transfer. I was going to say no transfers, but we have had one transfer join. We've signed Marcello Kenny for a potential 10.25 million. We've only paid 6.75 so far from River Plate. He's gone back out on loan for 6 months to them though. And he's in. He's probably going to be our potential backup left back next year. And hopefully he can progress into something quite good. Quite excited about him. I'm quite excited about what he can do. We've paid a lot of money for an 18-year-old from Argentina, but I think he will be pretty damn good for us. He played 2 senior appearances in his time at River Plate. The scouts came back very positive about him, and I'm hoping that he can progress rather well. Everything else, no more outs, no more ins. Matthias Elvers, actually, that's a lie, because Matthias Elvers gone on loan to Standard Liège, but other than that, everything is pretty standard. Let's get into the game against Everton. Okay, so into the game we go. We're lining up back into the 3-5-2 formation. They're lining up in their 4-1-4-1 again. It's a good formation for them. It's worked well in the league, but we're doing okay. We can mix this up into the 4-2-4 or a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-2-3-1. There's plenty of things we can do with this formation, but I'm going to passionately say, or do I want to calmly say, you need to go into improve tonight. You'll have no chance of getting to the final. We have not been playing well, so I think that is a very good thing to say, actually. We've said it calmly, so hopefully that will get us in there. We'll struggle late, win of late. It's always a challenge. I want my team to play on the front foot. I think we can unsettle him. We've looked good in training. I think we'll be okay. Revan and Rajic in the centre of midfield is a very interesting partnership. Rajic's not played too much, but suspensions and injuries to Bunga and Medina, it's just made us a little bit short of what we can do. We're starting cautious. We've got that 3-1 lead. There's no need for us to really push on. The winner of this plays Man City in the final, so not an easy game. Oh, bollocks. That's an injury we didn't need. Mark Bollock can come on. Really wish we hadn't sent our new left back out on loan now, because he could fill in for this injury. Hopefully that's not a bad one. Foot injury, so probably a broken foot, I guess. Juninho picks it up into Dugdale. Dugdale gets into the box. Boller with a tackle. Dugdale with a shot. It's blocked. And it's all Everton at the moment. We're going to go up to balanced. I think we're giving too much of the ball. And we're giving Everton a bit too much respect in the game at the moment. Only 1 shot for us, 4 for them. They do need to come and take the game to us. I'm not fussed if we get a 0-0 draw or even a 1-0 loss. We still go through as Everton have a corner. Batata over the ball, swings it in. Fogg with a header. I've tried to sign Fogg. I've tried to sign him in this. Everton take the lead 1-0. I'm hoping we can counteract this. Their positive 4-1-4-1 formation seems to be working again for them. Juninho, they just cause overloads on the side. That's the problem with the wing-back formation. Bertrand is in. It's blocked and it goes behind for a corner again. Oh, no, goal kick. Double deflection. So that's not too bad. 5 minutes until half-time and we are pretty much hanging on. I think we're going to come and change formation after half-time. Gunnarsson with a good save. Yeah, only 1 shot in this game. We're going to mix this up. Let's going to go back. This formation is what beat them last time. So let's go back to this. Dybala inside forward. Berger over there. We're going to put Pickering here. Trotter can come to right back. So we do have players that allow us to mix up the formation now. We'll go positive for the last 5 minutes of the half. We will go positive as Batata fires it in. It beats everybody. Luis Carlos keeps it alive. It's tense. Trotter puts it out for a throw. I'm just hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping it doesn't open us up too much, but we can then counteract what they've got going on with this slightly more attacking formation. Oh, Bertrand's robbed Revan, and Bertrand's going to come forward. It's going to be an opportunity for Everton. Got to come over. Wilkinson comes over. Can't make the tackle. Bertrand puts it into the side netting though. Oh man, it's pretty tense. I think we've got to demand more. One shot. That is absolutely dreadful. I don't appreciate the effort. I'm far from pleased. Gunnarsson's the only one that's having a decent game. So they've now changed to a 4-2-4 as well. So we're matching each other up. And Revan's nicked the ball straight from the first half. Mass. Oh, he could have slipped Bandiera in. We're sort of messing around with it on the edge of the box there. I'm going to demand more again. 1-0 down. We do have players we can bring on to try and change the game. Batata into Montefusco. Montefusco comes forward with it. Shoots. Gunnarsson makes the save and then... Why? Just pick it up. Why has he got a problem with picking the ball up? I don't understand it. Right, Dybala's going to come off and he's going to be replaced by Perez on the left-hand side of the 4. As we have a corner. Rajic over it, left-footed, swings it in. Nobody's there. Montefusco with an easy header away. Wilkinson will pick it up though. And I'd be more than happy for this highlight to end. He goes back to Gunnarsson, into Trotter, who's actually should be playing at right back. Not sure why he's at centre back. Perez floats in. Rajic. Oh, I can't get there. Bertrand up to Juninho. Juninho comes forward. I mean, I'm happy to bring him down if you want. A great ball in towards the back post. Trotter with a good header. Let's confirm those changes. Batata. Ball in. Juninho totally free. Gunnarsson. What a save. He's offside, but what a save from Gunnarsson. Only 2 shots we've created in this game. That is really poor. Batata fires it in. This header off the bar. Gunnarsson claims it. I wonder if we're opening ourselves up a little bit too much here. Right, let's put Perez in behind. Rajic can sit in here. In fact, no, Perez can come here. And we're going to go Mazzala on attack just to get a man forward. Mass can sit out there. Bandiera. Who's playing the best out of the strikers? Actually, Mass is. So Mass can go up as a complete forward on attack. Bandiera is going to come off and be replaced by McEachran. And we're going to try and have a bit more solidarity in the middle with that holding midfielder now. As Wilkinson. In fact, what I just want to change very quickly is make sure that you don't push up. So you're going to be a half-back. And you're going to drop into that position of the back 3 to pick the ball up. As we pick the ball up. Oh, Fogg gets the ball again. And Batata's gone round Trotter. Batata's looking to get in behind. Ball across and it's cleared away. Pickering is there. He's got Mass running down the right. He boots it down the middle. Raven's tackled. Mass picks it up. Revan again. Revan into Mass. Just one more goal and I'd feel comfortable. If we can get 1 goal, I would feel more comfortable. 3 shots to their 11. They've absolutely dominated this game. Bertrand into Juninho. Juninho ball in. Fogg again. He's got another one. It's 3-3 on aggregate now. We really do need to up this. This is really disappointing. Trotter fullback on support. Bolla, you can be a fullback on support as well. It's what you want to do. Have I now gone too defensive for this game? Luis Carlos, Mumbayemba. Back to Pickford. Mumbayemba gets the ball into Ndidi. A little bit of an overlap on the wings for Everton now. Ndidi comes forward with it. Perez with a good tackle. Perez looking to launch us forward. He trips up on the ball or something though. Left it behind. Nunez is coming in behind. Wilkinson. What a challenge. What a challenge from Bobby Wilkinson. Nunez. Free kick. Gunnarsson with the save. Who isn't playing very well? 6.3 for Rajic. That's not helpful. 6.3 for Pickering on the right. 6.4 for Trotter on the right. Okay, so team instructions. Focus play down the left. Let's work the ball into the box a bit. That's just... just need to hold on. I think man marking wise, I'm trying to see who we can Mass needs to win those in the air, but Perez does pick up the second ball. Revan's there. Mass gets around his man. Mass is in. Oh, Pickford with a save. Just wondering who we try and man mark out the game. Do I get all the back four just marking their front four? Rajic, corner, and it goes and it's headed away. McEachran has some pace to get there. Mass picks it up. It's a little bit more positive. Do we get man marking on the go? Just to try and nullify whoever's getting on the ball for them. Boller back to Wilkinson, up to McEachran. We may have to go a bit more direct. We're sort of playing ourselves into trouble here as Mass can't win that. Luis Carlos gives it to Fogg, into Patata. Patata comes for a good tackle from Rajic, finally doing something useful. Pickering, Trotter, into Revan. Revan into Rajic, up to Mass. The thing is, we've got no runners going beyond him at the moment, and that's just about got into the space for Boller. McEachran's in behind. McEachran's into the box. Pickford saves. Oh, and it goes behind for a throw. 3-3 on aggregate. We need something more from this game. Trotter into Berger, back to Trotter, back to Berger, Rajic, Revan. This is good passing. Perez tackled by Lee and then Diddy picks it up. Bertrand into Lee again. Lee comes forward with it into Fogg. Fogg to Montefusco. Montefusco shoots and Sigurdsson sees it past the post. We made all of our subs. Rajic having a really poor game. Pickering on a 6.3 as well. For the last, let's just go a little bit more direct. Stop playing out of defence as well. See if we can get the ball forward and then work it around. As Boller gets a lecture from the referee already on a yellow. Janino over the free kick, fires it in. Oh, I thought Fogg was going to get a hat-trick. This is tense, man. This is really tense. 4 minutes to go. Mass, back to Boller. Boller, that's a terrible cross. What are you putting that in for? Pickford. You can say the advantage is probably with Everton playing at home while it's a draw. Ornelas, Luis Carlos, back to Lee. Montefusco. Montefusco comes forward with it. Back to Lee, over to Bertrand, headed down to Ndidi. And Ndidi ball in, is sort of just hooked up in the air, and Trotter puts it behind for a corner. And I hate last minute corners. Bertrand ball in, Fogg knocks it back, Trotter off the line. Bertrand gets it again, all the way to Van Schniedel. Lee's there, brings it down. Gunnarsson with a save. Oh my God, we are hanging on. Hanging on. We have got a counter on. If Perez can get there, Van Schniedel will keep it alive for Everton. It's blocked. Counter, counter. Go Perez, make a useful run. Pickering, it's 3-on-3. If he can pick a good cross, he can't. Ornelas picks it up and Fogg gets over it, and it's going to go to straight to penalties. Okay. They put Pickering up first. They just go in. I think they just go in order. I'll trust the computer to pick them for me. Let's quickly get this into 3D. Let's go behind the goal. And first up, Juninho for Everton. A penalty shootout. Everton have deserved the result, and he fires it in the bottom corner. Pickering steps up. Not had a good game on the right wing. Oh, and he fires it down the middle. Pickford goes wrong. Pickford's a good penalty saver in real life. He really is a good penalty saver in real life. Fogg got 2 goals in the game from central midfield. Oh, he sticks that in the corner as well. He's a good player, Fogg. I was trying to sign him as a centre-back, to be honest. Mass over the ball. Oh, Pickford saved it from our striker. Luis Carlos. Come on, Gunnarsson. We just need a big save. Oh, he went the right way, but it's in the corner. We really need Revan to score. One of our better players at the club. Revan's over it and fires it in the corner as well. I think Pickford's gone the right way in all but one. Bertrand. Big save, Gunnarsson. Big save. Big save. Oh. We're going to go out at the semi-finals. It's been a good run, to be honest. It's been a good run. Trotter, right back, also didn't have a very good game. It's taken a long time. Pickford stands on his line. Trotter, he needs to score. He fires it in the side netting. Lovely, lovely, lovely penalty, to be honest. Right, we need a save. We need a save from Gunnarsson. It's Lee stepping up to take it. I'm not too sure where Lee plays. He's the other central midfielder alongside Fogg. Come on, Gunnarsson. Come on, Gunnarsson. He's going this way. He's going down here. I told you that. Should have gone that way. Everton go through on penalties. We just never really turned up. This is the problem at the moment. This is our problem at the moment when we've got a couple of injuries or suspensions or we don't get the first goal. Generally, we do seem to struggle. I'm just going to say I'm pleased. I mean, we lost 2-0, but semi-finals is a good performance. And it will be Everton versus Man City as Carlos Mas missed the penalty. Oh well. A good run in the Carabao Cup. Disappointing to go out at the semi-final stage, but the board are absolutely delighted with that one. Yeah, very pleased. Fighting against relegation, we passed. I mean, I thought they'd be very pleased, but yeah, not too bad. We can focus on the league now. We're out of the FA Cup as well, losing to Arsenal, so that's not bad. So it is literally just the league season to finish. Next up, though, we will play West Ham in the game in this episode as well. Hopefully, we can boost our spirits. West Ham are in and around us in the table, so it should be a very interesting game. We do have the chance to leapfrog them if we win, which is good. And we'll be back for that game. Hopefully get over the disappointment of another penalty shootout loss. So we've also got the little case of deadline day as well as we move on. And we've made a signing. Guillermo Medina has joined from Boca Juniors. I like the look at it. He's a bit short for a centre-back, 5'11". He's my height. But very good physicals, good mentals. And I think the technicals will improve. I think he'll be a very good player for us. 20 appearances for Boca this season, getting a 6.89. He comes in as a centre-back stopper. If we put him to defend, he's pretty much got all the stats. It's just lacking a little bit of pace. So he's more wants to go out and meet the ball. So we may look at getting him involved, changing our formation a little bit. But I think he'll be good either way. Heading's a little bit low as well. But we'll get him on a training routine to improve the stats that we need to. Shoots from distance, who's a bit like David Luiz. But he's in. And then in other news, it looks like Will Dennis is going to be leaving for £7 million, which I think is... I can't really turn down. We got him on a free, and he's no longer our first choice goalkeeper. He was good cover when Sigurdsson got injured, but I think for £7 million, we've sort of got to let him go to Southampton. So off Will Dennis goes as well. I just forgot to do the get Dybala to welcome his fellow Argentinian. We're still looking for a left winger as well, and if there's any progress in that, I will let you know. So a bit more deadline day news. We've signed Luciano Siglione. No, Sigolani, that's what we'll go with. £13 million from Man United. Inside forward, which is what we wanted, an inverted winger sort of position over on that side. Moves into channels, gets forward, places shots, beats off side trap, lob keeper, shoots, cuts in from left wing. Looks really useful. Comes in as a important player, but the fans think he'll be absolutely brilliant, which is really, really good. Highly likely that's going to be the end of our business. Shrewsbury have loaned for Bolla. If you can pay us his wages, you can have him. No, you can't have him then. I might see if we can get a bit of money for him though. 2.8, I'll accept 2.5 million. Let's see if anybody bites at that with 7 hours to go in the window. Derek Murphy, he'll probably remain at the club for now, to be honest. But we shall see. We'll stick with it just for the end of deadline day and see what's going to happen. As OBS gives me a little encoding warning. I'm not too sure that's anything. We'll take you off the transfer list then, because if no one's going to pay 2.5 million for you, I'll keep you as a backup left back, even though you're probably not going to be playing in the next game. Yeah, I don't think we'd needed another centre back. I'm hoping Medina will be a good buy. I still think he's young enough that he'll improve and we can get a profit on him. I'm very excited by him. 12 million we've paid, he's already worth 14.25. So very excited by Medina, and we needed a left winger. Strikers, I'm happy at the moment. But I think going forward, we'll have to see what we do. And I know I got a few comments saying I shouldn't really be playing Dybala. I should probably drop him because he's one of my favourites. But just to show you, after 20 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 6.84. Okay, so if you look at everything, including non-competitive and in the cup and all that, 6.98, but a 6.84 in the league. If we compare him for his direct rival, which is Alexandre Perez, who we got from Liverpool, he's on a 6.52 after 21 appearances, which is really shit. And then overall, a 6.52 as well. It's really, really bad for Perez. That's why Dybala's getting the start. Against West Ham, we are going to give Perez the nod in a more advanced role. But we'll have to see how it happens and how it unfolds. But there is reason to the madness of sticking with Dybala. So I'm not fussed about talking about Liverpool signings, to be honest. We don't have to sign players in order to be successful. I think that's a good thing to say. So that is transfer deadline day done. The roundup is Eduardo Nanini from Lazio to Man City for 120 million. Yeah, he's pretty good. Nathaniel Cognat from Atletico Madrid to Man United for 103 million pounds. Let's have a quick look at him. Yep, he's going to definitely score some goals. How many has he been banging in? 14 in 17. Bloody hell. Yeah, he's going to be ridiculous. And Eduardo Carrillo from Liverpool to Bayern Munich. So a big money lever from the Premier League, which is interesting. Man City spent the most, 132 million. Watford were the most active. English transfer window is closed. The teams across the country have been busy in the transfer market, spending in excess of 597 million. Over £500 million spent in January. Bloody hell, that is impressive. Right, we'll be back for the game against West Ham in just a second. So here we are then, our first game after January deadline day. West Ham away at the London Stadium. It should be quite interesting. Refereed by Anthony Taylor. We've won the only game, but we're both in inconsistent form. They've got 2 wins recently. We've got 2 losses. But we're going back to the 4-2-3-1 today. Wilkinson at left back. Berger and Medina comes in for his first start as a new signing. Larrea at right back. Revan and Bunga in the middle. Chia Perez comes in to replace Dybala. Bandiera up top. And Sigliani comes in to start his first game for the club as well. Sigliani can get the number 33. I think he's going to be a big signing. I said I keep that number for special players, and I think he's going to be a very good signing. So we'll submit those numbers and get into the game, and hopefully we can get a win under our belts. So they've got, Chukwueze is very good. He's still at Villarreal, but on loan at West Ham. Okay, and they've got Pellegrini up front. Oh, interesting. Calmly, assertively, let's go and pile on the misery. Oh my God, they didn't like that. Passionately, I have faith. Passionately, I have faith. Passionately, I have faith. We've confused a couple of people, you know. That's fine. That's fine. We'll send the assistant into that. Oh, yeah, we're still in old 3D, aren't we? Let's get off 3D, go back to 2D Classic, and here we go. Underway. I'm hoping for a very good performance. We're going to stay on positive and try and start the game and get it moving. I'm wondering if we're not pushing enough people forward in the formation from midfield, because I'm thinking, do we change? Oh, that's a lovely ball. Bandiera could be an great shot from distance. Bodart makes a save. I'm wondering if we want to push one more person on into a more attacking role from central midfield, because at the moment we've got Bunga on the defensive and the deep line playmaker on support, and the deep line playmaker isn't going to push up too often. I'm wondering if we can make one of them into maybe like a Mazzala to try and run the channels or something like that. But it's a good positive start, so let's give them a shout of creativity as Revan picks the ball up in the deep line playmaker role. Bunga into Perez. Perez, that's a terrible shot. He's really not very good. But we'll stick with him for the time being. Give him a bit more chance. We've already... I mean, I didn't even put Dybala. I don't think I've even put Dybala on the bench for this game. But Revan picks it up into Sigliani. Is he going to shoot on his right foot? He tried to place it. And Bodart makes the save. And it's a good save as well, to be fair to him. 25 minutes gone. Again, we'll go for another creative. We're on top at the moment, which is good. Again, this win leapfrogs us above West Ham, which would be very useful. But Pellegrini goes after the ball. Someone who I was noticeably interested in previous episodes, Neto. West Ham have such an ageing team, though. They rely so much on older players compared to my sort of teams. Chukwueze hits that past the post, and that's only their 3rd shot of the game. So they're not really causing us too many issues at the moment. Caceres back to Cuenca. Cuenca to Bazies, into Neto. Rogers, they've worked this well though, into Dillerson. Dillerson shoots Gunnarsson with a save, and Wilkinson will have time just to clear that away. They're getting back into it ever so slowly, and they're a bit frustrated by whatever their manager has said. But at half-time, 0-0, not too fussed about that. I do think we're playing well. I'm pleased with how it's going, keep it up, and then we'll assertively say there's a bit more to come from everybody. We could do with a win. I gave them I held a team meeting for the team and said, you know, I know things aren't going brilliantly, but don't let your heads drop. We're still good. We're still a decent team, and they took that very well, which was good, as Basie tries to put in Pellegrini straight from kickoff. Gunnarsson makes the save. A good little save. It was offside anyway, but always good for the goalkeeper to make a save like that, as we'll now demand more from them in this second half. So Sigland and Perez is actually playing the best out of the 3 across the midfield, the attacking midfield roles. We'll do Bandier off and bring on Matt. No, let's get Peltier on pace. Let's get Peltier on. We'll bring on Pickering as well on the right-hand side for Chia out there as well. So double substitution. Let's see if it makes a difference as Larea has the ball. Revan back to Larea. He comes forward with it. Goes down the line. Peltier, get that pace. Come on, that's why we've brought you on. He's been out for a long time with an injury. So it'll be interesting to see how he comes back into this game as Medina covers that well. The new signing, Larea, back to Medina. Into Berger. Berger to Bunga, back to Berger. Goes last long to nobody though, innit? Why? What's the point of that? As now they put through Pellegrini, holds off the tackle. Good save from Gunnarsson. He was offside again, I think. So really not too much to worry about in that position. But a dangerous free kick. Because Rogers, as their Pickering heads it away. Baeza will get there again. Into Rogers on this left-hand side. Into the box. Beats his man. Rogers is through. Gunnarsson with the save. Chiguizi lays it back. Pellegrini's there. And it's 1-0 to West Ham. And I don't think they really deserve it. They have come back into the game, I guess, in this second half. But I'd say it's more us letting them into it rather than anything else. I wonder if it goes to the 4-2-4. We'll put Perez out there. Sigliani's debut will come to an end and bring Mass on up front and see if we can get a goal with this 4-2-4 formation. A bit more attacking. Should create a few more chances for us. But yeah, again, if we don't score the first goal, we generally tend to struggle. And West Ham find themselves 1-0 up. Which is very, very annoying. When we haven't actually played too badly. It could be a pretty poor episode, this one. Let's go. Oh, I've got Perez. It's blooming the one game he actually plays well. He picks up a bloody injury. Very attacking for the last 10 minutes. Oh, it's frustrating. The first half was really good and then we couldn't make the most of it. Infantan, Baezi, Karamoko. Karamoko holds the ball. Is he going to put a cross in? He's blocked and that's probably going to waste enough time for them to see out the game. As it's going to be Dillerson over the corner. Yeah, they're not rushing it. They're happy to see time out. Dillerson to probably... Oh, great knockback. It's cleared away off the line. Baeza's there. I'm not too sure what Sigurdsson was doing. He was hanging around a long time on the far post, but it's headed away. Revan comes forward with it. I mean, Daly's on the ball. Karamoko fouls him. Are we going to have one last chance? There is another highlight. There's over a minute to play. Peltier. Into Bunga. Bunga back to Berger. Berger out to Wilkinson on the left. Into Berger again. Goes long. Mass. Mass is in behind. He shoots. Bedart makes the save. And Caceres clears it away. Larea keeps it alive. Revan. Medina. Bunga. Bunga over the top looking for Peltier. But it's headed away. I think that will be the chance. That's not going to get us the draw as they go over the top into Pellegrini. Good tackle from Berger. It goes behind for a corner. And that will be the end of the game. It's not disastrous. It's still 11 points ahead of the drop zone, and that's all we've got to worry about this season. First season in the Premier League, stay up, get more money, try and increase reinforcements in the squad. But it is a 1-0 win to West Ham at the Olympic Stadium. I'm going to say I'm pretty happy. We played well, but we just need to keep working hard. I need to settle on a formation. The three, what I've found so far is that... we'll just talk to Perez about that. Try and focus on your recovery. The three at the back tends to be too open, but we'll see. We'll come back a bit further down the line. Let's come back for that into the season. Tottenham, Man United, Liverpool. We'll come back for Arsenal and Wolves, and then we'll probably do those three as an end of season episode or something. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to stick with the formation and really work on one over the summer in the window. But I think we're going to be safe this year. Hopefully anyway. Thanks for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.